Today's Spontaneous Nation is sponsored by Howl.fm. Attention fans of Andy Daly. Andy is back in podcast land as Hoot Gibson, Vegas Cowboy. This 4-part Howl original presents the incredible true story of a real Western hero of the 20th century. Okay, let's say partially true. We won't say which parts. The show features an all-star cast including Matt Gorley, Weird Al Yankovic, Rachel Bloom, me, and many more. To listen to Hoot Gibson and over 150 hours of exclusive Howl miniseries, go to howl.fm/spont and start your free trial. After your full month of free trial, it is only $4.99 per month to get all this exclusive content on iPhone, Android, and on the web. Just go to howl.fm/SPONT to get started.
Welcome to the people right in front of my face, and welcome to the unseen listeners from the future, or urchins who are holding a glass up against the wall. Welcome, urchins! They just dropped their glasses. I love to sing urchins. I feel like I would have done very well in one of those Charles Dickens books. Like if he'd written in a character that was exactly like me. Who every once in a while just like really roasted one of those urchins. Like Fagin's gang goes out to start picking pockets or whatever. And then like they file past me, the urchin singer. And I'm like, hey, nice fingerless gloves, Rocky Balboa. That's a real burn on an urchin. Can you imagine how long roast battles must have been back in Charles Dickens' time? Words were too many syllables. I feel like we really got it down in this century. Like people are barely cracking 3. How long till we're back to caveman talk? What is the holdup? Me hungry. You give food. That's me at a restaurant. Here food, you eat, then pay. And then signatures. Can't we just do X's? There was a thing back in illiterate times when it was just accepted, like, oh yeah, some people are illiterate, some people aren't. It's like, I mean, you can learn to read. It's not necessary, really. There's only, I think, 4 signs in the country. We describe everything by particularly twisted trees or large rocks. That's how we get from place to place. So there were people that would like do, like not even a signature, but just some weird symbol, like an X with like one long line. And then somebody would notate his mark. Like, that's what this guy does. He does it the same way every time. I mean, anyone could forge it, anyone. But this is, I'm here to say, that's what the guy does. Get a load of my life. Yep, that's me. It's like the beginning of a terrible movie. Where it's like, freeze frame on this. This, like, old-timey, Victorian dude who's like looking at a guy, some illiterate, writing a scratch on a piece of paper, and he's like, Oh, wait till that screenplay comes out of the drawer. You guys will be sorry you laughed at me. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest onto the stage with me to have a free-form conversation inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. Then, I invite some improviser pals to join me on the stage, and we do a narrative improv that is one continuous story as opposed to unconnected scenes, and it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. Coming back around the other side. Oh, you didn't see that coming. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the live shows, we do things a little bit differently. We swip it all around. Yeah. That's on purpose I said that. We swip it all around. The topsy becomes turvy. We're going to introduce our friends from the world of make pretends. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show, Mr. Jordan Black. Jordan, come right here.
I couldn't remember.
You couldn't remember.
Kind of say what you said about there was a time where reading was like, some people read, some people, it made me think like, yeah, but like in 50 years from now, because like they teach little kids in school now coding. So I go like in 50 years where they'd be like, there was a time where some people could code, some people couldn't.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, like I just walk around with my technology. I don't know how to make it do anything.
I know.
So
Jordan, I think about this all the time, that we are transitional people.
Yeah.
I don't like that my birth date has a 19 in the front.
I know. It's a bummer when you have to scroll like for like airline tickets and you have to find your birthday. You're like, fuck you. It's not that far down. You're adding shit in there.
How about sometimes you see 1904 in there?
I'm like, who's that for? Why? And there's a certain point you're like, really, 1913? That person, they shouldn't have to fill out an airline. We should go pick them up. We should just give them a free. If you were born in 1913, you get to travel for free. I don't care where you going.
Yeah,
we got you.
Yeah,
we got you.
I think being able to keep your sweater and shoes on is not enough.
I mean, come on. You're pre-flight at that point. Like, yeah, you got stories. We should like want to hear them.
So, do you get these olds on the plane? Mm-hmm. You give them the loudspeaker.
Uh-huh. Yes.
I remember one time.
Well, you know, the sad thing is like you meet somebody for the time, you think they probably have great stories, and then they just have boring stories.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, you know, we worked the land. Yeah, I know. I figure as much you didn't have refrigerators back then, so you had to like daily get your, like, no, not like, but they never met anybody. Like, they knew nobody. They weren't around for anything.
You put that together so quickly that, no, I know you worked the land because you didn't have refrigerators.
Right.
Of course you did.
I know I sound like an idiot because I don't know if they really had it in 1930. I don't know when refrigerators were
I think
invented.
they had ice boxes.
They had something.
That gave us so many hilarious moments.
On the Three Stooges.
On the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy.
Right.
Someone having to deliver a gigantic block of ice up a steep set of stairs.
Mm-hmm. And those were the rich people. And now I look at them as like, I was richer than you and I was one of the poorest people in my neighborhood.
Do you think that old people look at a refrigerator that makes its own ice and they still can't believe it?
I just figure it's probably like me. Like, I remember being a kid and asking my mother, like, what shows did you watch on TV growing up? She's like, we didn't have TV. Why? It wasn't around.
It wasn't around.
But then I go like, I don't have kids, but if I had kids, they'd be like, oh, well, did you go online? Oh, we didn't have the internet. Like, that's insane to anybody like under 15.
Jordan, it's insane to me now.
That there was a time
we ever had to do stuff IRL.
Right.
Jordan, go sit down. I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at the situation. Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spontaneanation, Annie Savage! Woo! Like a little cowgirl. Annie, please. Annie, I'm a big fan of your outfit.
Thanks.
It's very like the Wild Wild West.
Is it?
You look like a cowgirl.
Okay.
Is that bad?
It's not what I was going for.
What were you going for?
Cute. I was going for not mom.
You're not, I didn't say you look like a cowgirl who's given birth to a child.
Thank God you didn't say
It's a
that.
very specific look.
It would be really disgusting.
Do you know what else it reminds me of?
Huh?
The Bionic Woman when she's not at work. Did you ever see that show?
Yeah, I know. I don't think I did.
There was a TV
I'm
show.
familiar with it.
Yes, well, I'm looking at you, but I'm telling them.
Yes, of course.
There was a TV show called The $6 Million Man. If you can imagine a sum so great. He was a man destroyed in some sort of space accident.
Was it space?
I think it was like a
astronaut.
Oh, my son. He was in the space program,
an
right?
It's his ship crashed, his
Yes.
spaceship.
We
there
have
we go.
the
Spaceship?
technology.
I don't know.
We can
Is
rebuild
this
him.
I Dream of Jeannie, though, also?
I don't know.
Okay.
That I don't know.
So Steve Austin, a man barely alive, they had the technology. They could rebuild him, and so they did.
Okay.
And they gave him super fast legs,
Really?
one super strong arm, and an eye that made noise. Then, Jamie Summers, the Bionic Woman, I think she just got in a car accident.
Parachute.
Parachute?
I know
No.
everything about
Was it a parachute?
Parachute. Her parachute.
Parachuting accident.
Didn't open or whatever.
You can only get these injuries coming from the sky. They gave her new legs, one new arm,
What?
and an ear that made noise.
Wow.
But she was a gorgeous lady that I had a little crush on. Like before I knew what was what, I was like, I like that lady. But she was a very cool 70s lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's your outfit kind of puts me in mind of that. One time on the show, she sang the song Feelings.
Yes. Did she have an album? Because a bunch of those way back then, they had albums
The
coming out.
character or the actress?
The actress?
I don't know. Also,
Lindsay-
I don't think the character had an album. Jordan, did you have more? No. Okay.
So, they're basically androids, right?
They're cyborgs, if you please.
I'm sorry.
Because
I'm sorry.
Because they
Robots.
did battle against androids called the Fembots. The Fembots.
Isn't that's
Who were
just
lady
something
robots.
From Futurama.
Did they have that in
Fembots,
Futurama?
wasn't that in Futurama? I know you guys watch Futurama.
Annie, who were your pre-crush crushes? Go.
I don't know. I always had a thing for Elijah Wood
Sure.
growing up. I still love him.
Well, wait, no, but are you guys around the same age?
I think so. Why? How old do you think
Well, because
I
I'm
am
wondering,
now?
because, well, I think that you're young, but he's a young man as well. He's not
We're
like,
in our 30s, mid.
yeah,
late,
okay, all right.
Right?
So you related to him, like for you, he was very
He was my
attainable
age.
because he was your age.
Yeah,
You're like, I have a
exactly.
shot with that guy.
Yeah, totally. Like, he's got blue eyes. He's gonna dig me. I married somebody with blue eyes, you guys. It's a thing.
Don't shrug it off. You've started talking about genetics and eugenics. You're saying we'd all be better off if we married blue-eyed people. Is that correct?
No, I'm saying I always knew I would marry a blue-eyed man. Freeze frame.
Did you?
And my daughter has blue eyes.
Well, because you both have blue eyes.
They're like green blue.
What?
Can't you
Yours
see,
are green blue?
podcast listeners?
Do you feel they're more green or more blue?
Green.
Oh.
It depends on what I'm wearing. I think when I wear more, God, this is so boring. I hate talking about myself.
We can keep going a little bit longer.
I was gonna go into a whole thing earlier dance all the time.
What stopped you from going down
that
that
whole
alley?
$1 million conversation. I'd be better off a cyborg, let me tell you.
You what? You want to be a cyborg? Is that what you said?
Well, do you think it hurts?
Yes.
Oh.
There's no way. I think they were nice enough to spare us, the viewer, that
Of the actual
conversation.
surgical-
Well, yeah, they didn't show us the surgery. But also there was no...
Pilot is just the surgery.
It's just, yeah. And him recovering. And it's like, this really hurts, guys. You fused metal onto my bones. Now we do it as a matter of routine, Annie. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
Annie Savage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spontaneous Nation, Gene Villepique. Oh, you put the pillow on the chair up.
I like some lumbar support.
Sure. Oh, everyone's mad at Hillary Clinton for using pillows.
I don't know if
Have you not heard about this?
Oh,
This, Gene, I'm so glad I'm the one that gets to tell you this.
I don't know. Okay.
As proof of Hillary Clinton's dire health problems, someone has screen capped many photos of her sitting on furniture and using a pillow behind her.
So somebody is really angling for these, or these people just happen to have had these pictures for years of her.
No, these are all recent pictures. That's why this is a big deal.
They're probably worth a lot of money to have a butt pillow picture.
Well,
to sell.
you can just drag them off the internet. They're all up
Oh
there.
God!
Yeah.
I mean, if you took one, that's horrible.
Wait,
That's
what?
very depressing. I mean, if you took
mean
one of the
I took one?
pictures, no.
I didn't take one.
If one took one.
No, these are like screen caps like she was on Ellen and she had a pillow
Oh,
behind her.
well, then it shouldn't. They could have maybe artfully covered that a little bit, right?
I like to think that the people for whom this is a big deal, they've never seen a pillow on a couch before.
Oh, maybe they have just a smooth leather thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just all sort of.
Oh, how about like that gray leather couch that so many dudes had? Like before man caves were a thing, that was like a bachelor's thing. Like, hey, I got a brand new couch.
Gray.
Is that gray leather with that weird melty shape? You know
I just
what
saw this in I don't know, a movie or something, but it had like one large pillow. Like the back of it was like a gray leather pillow, but it was very depressing. It was very depressing.
Do you remember going when you were, because you're a married person now,
Uh-huh.
but when you were dating, surely you've seen some gross apartments.
No, I did not date that much.
You didn't date that much?
No.
Really?
Really,
One
I
and
did
done?
not go from apartment to apartment, but I did have.
Hold on a second. I'm not saying you went from apartment to apartment.
Either way, I don't know. No,
I mean, you know, probably
really-
1
I was
hour you're
really-
at some dingy apartment, then you go down the street, you're at some other shithole.
Oh yeah, that rings a bell. That was it. I've seen some horrible things, Paul. No, no, I don't know what you can choose this.
Sure. What about your apartments? Were you
It's great.
like you?
Oh.
No, I mean, I don't want to hear about now that you've got your life together.
Okay. In the past, I've had great pillows, many pillows. My apartments. The worst, sure. Actually, I've moved a lot in my life. In Chicago.
Here we go.
Yeah, okay. This is okay. I had about 10 different apartments when I lived in Chicago, and then I had 3 different places I lived in New York, and then here I've lived 3 places. And oftentimes when I moved, I would get rid of lots of things. So I just got used to kind of going to Goodwill and being like, this chair is fine, this is fine. And this is the first time being married. We've been married for 4 years. Yeah, everybody, 4 years. Thank you. Oh, thanks. And we're like decorating together, and it's very exciting, and it feels very like it feels really nice. You guys, everything's great. It's better than when I was slumming around single.
When you lived in Chicago, you said you had 10 different apartments?
Yeah,
In the
easily.
space of how many years?
15.
Wow.
No, that's not great.
It's a lot of moving. Did you stay in one place for a really long time? And then
3 years
you
was
went
the
to
most.
9 other places in quick succession?
Well, when I moved to Chicago from college, so there was a lot of turnover with roommates. And then one apartment I'd moved into that was nicer, but then had like a weird manager, and someone had broken into my apartment. I came home and the door was open, and I was like, this guy's name was Ata, and I was like, Ata, my door was open. I came home. He's like, that happens. And I was like, no. And he was like, no, you left your key. And I was like, no, I don't leave my door open. And I was like, I think I have to move. And then someone wrote, in poo, die Ata on the wall. And I was like, so I moved.
Gene,
Yes.
was that person you?
I'm illiterate. I don't know how to do signs.
Gene Villepique, ladies and gentlemen. My friends, we're going to take a break, and after that break, we will come back and you will meet our special guest. All of this when Spontaneanation returns.
This episode of Spontaneanation is brought to you by Harry's Razors. Harry's Razors are good. Many of us feel the need, or you know what? I'm gonna not say need. I'm gonna say desire to shave some part of us. Society has changed, and so now shaving is up to you, whether you want to do it or not. And there's different ways to do it. Why not choose the best way? That, by the way, that's across the board advice for anything you do. Choose the best way to do it. All right, Harry's Razors, they feel good in your hand. They look good. And they shave you nice. That's what you want, right? That's what you want. You want, first of all, shave you nice, of course. You want to be shaved nice. Second, you want it to feel good. Ergonomic design is important. And lastly, look. You want it to look nice. You don't want to be going into the bathroom and then you see this monster thing that you don't even want to touch. Come on, guys. Don't have a monster thing in your bathroom you don't want to touch. Also good across the board advice. Big razor companies, here's what they do. They keep changing the razors every few years, and they're like, you got to have this now. We've added not just another blade, but a sun porch. And then you can't get the same blades. You got to try new blades. And that's where they get ya. Harry's don't believe in that upcharging nonsense. They made their razors even better. They're keeping their prices exactly the same. In the copy, that's in all caps. That's how emphatic they are. But I don't want to yell and blow your ear balls out. But know that they're keeping their prices exactly the same, all caps. Harry's 5-blade razors now include a softer flex hinge for a more comfortable glide. They got your letters. A trimmer blade for hard-to-reach places. They didn't have that before, now they do. Lubricating strip. This means that it paves the way for your razor, much like John the Baptist did for our Lord. And it's got a textured handle for more control when it's wet. You don't want your razor handle slipping out of your grip when you're trying to not slit your own throat or leg arteries when you're in the shower. And Harry's, they're still just $2 per blade compared to $4 or more you'll pay at the drugstore. If I'm not mistaken, that's a 50% difference in your favor. And by owning the factory in Germany where they make the blades, Harry's can produce high-quality razors themselves and sell them online for half the price. They want you to know the factory is in Germany, the home of great razor blades, as we all know. Now look, I'm calling you to action. Go to harrys.com right now and enter code PFT at checkout to claim your free trial set and post-shave balm, BALM.BOMB. That is harrys.com, code PFT. Go shave yourself.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't go anywhere, and neither did we. Ladies and gentlemen, this gentleman has graced our stage before. You will perhaps recognize him from the TV show Silicon Valley. Please make his return to Spontaneanation. Welcome, Kumail Nanjiani.
Thank you.
Please.
Hello. 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 Hello.
Kumail, welcome back to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me back to the show.
We do not ever do this, but you said backstage you had some interesting facts about the actor Jackie Coogan that you learned recently.
I learned them yesterday.
And you would like to share them?
We don't have to. We could just do that.
Well, I'm curious.
All right.
Well, just give us one great Jackie Coogan fact, and then we'll get into the conversation.
No, but they all, I mean, really, because there's three, and they peak in the middle. But I'll tell you this, can I swear?
Of course you may.
It's a fuck of a peak.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, real quick. 3 crazy Jackie Coogan facts.
By Kumail Nanjiani.
By me. Jackie Coogan, people don't know, played Uncle Fester in the original Addams Family TV show. This is the first one. People might know this one, but I have to tell you. He
was in silent films. He was in
a child actor.
Charlie Chaplin. Yeah.
Charlie Chaplin. He made a lot of money. When he turned 18, he found out that his parents had spent all his money to the tune of $68 million. His mom and his stepfather had spent $68 million. How did he have so much money? He was in those movies. And he also became a brand. So there were Jackie Coogan dolls and stuff. So a new law was
I'm sorry,
passed.
from what I understand, they spent all the money on Pogs?
Yeah, I mean, money well spent. $68 million of Pogs is,
Sure.
Houses of Pogs.
That's right.
It has depreciated considerably.
That's the thing. It's like cars, as soon as you drive them off the lot.
Yeah, as soon as you take the Pog out of its Pog case.
It's a terrible investment. Please continue.
So he sues his mom, only gets $120,000 out of her, out of $68 million. A law is passed that still protects kid actors to this day, Coogan's Law. That's fact number 1. Fact number 2, Coogan is 18 years old. Jackie Coogan is 18 years old. He's at a college. His best friend gets kidnapped. It's a huge story, kidnapped by 2 guys. They ask for ransom. The cops get to the 2 guys, and they admit, we killed him when we got him first. They killed him on the first night. These 2 guys are arrested. They go to prison. A gang of 100 people breaks into this prison, led by Jackie Coogan. They pull the 2 guys out, they go and they hang them in a public park, and the rope is held by Jackie Coogan.
Uncle Fester.
Huh?
Uncle Fester.
He's not Uncle Fester yet. He's still working to that height. This is what he has to get. This is the experience he has to get to be able to have Uncle Fester's internal life.
A macabre experience like this probably led to him scoring the role, Uncle Fester.
They're like, all right, what's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Hey, how about this?
Kill 2 people publicly.
Yeah. Does this pile of hair wearing a hat freak you out? No? You're our Uncle Fester.
Yeah, they're like, this is probably the worst thing you've ever seen, right? Nope. I've seen the life leave a person's eyes as I held the rope. I mean, imagine how many regular people it takes to break into a prison and break someone out.
Yeah.
There were 100 witnesses. Nobody came forward.
Prison.
Into a prison. He does not pay for 2 years later. So 2 years later, Jackie Coogan is in a car with his father, his best friend, who used to be his second best friend. And he got promoted.
Hey, Chuck, I got good news and bad news.
Remember when MySpace forced you to rank your friends? It was like that. Yeah, Chuck, classic good news, bad news. You're getting the best friend hat. Bad news, there is blood on it. His new best friend, father, the ranch hand, and his producer are driving in a car accident. Everybody dies but Jackie Coogan. His dad dies, his new best friend dies, and then his third best friend gets promoted. His producer, and so by the age of 20, he has seen a total of 6 people die in front of him. 2 by his hand. So that's 3 crazy Jackie Coogan facts. I can't believe nobody talks about him. Just a vigilante by the age of 18.
I feel like that also could be called Coogan's Law. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now you're subject to Coogan's Law. And then when the car crash happens, like, what are you going to do? Coogan's Law.
Yeah. Coogan's Law should be that if you get 100 people to agree with you, you can commit murder. It's like doing a bringer show.
Yeah.
That's an inside joke for comedians.
It's a good one, too. Kumail, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Provided by our previous week's guest. Are you curious as to the identity of our previous episode's guest?
That's not the question.
That's not the question.
Yes,
that's my question.
Yeah, I would love to know.
Well, then I would direct you and the listener to the Spontaneanation archives at howl.fm. For a very reasonable fee, hours of listening pleasure await you. Sure. Kumail.
Are you not going to tell me?
Nope. Kumail.
You're the dick in that situation.
Oh, sure.
You were
Absolutely.
like, do you want this?
100%.
Well, it's not yours.
100%.
Get behind the paywall.
Yeah. P.S. I'm not touching you.
I was not looking for a physical contact from you. I was miming some sort of thing.
No, I'm doing a classic. This is along those lines.
Oh, it's great.
You almost did a little Bill Clinton with the thumb up there. I'm not touching you. Kumail, this is very weird, and this has never happened before. Mm-hmm. The question I'm about to ask you is so similar to the last time you were on the show. The last time you were on the show, the question was, when did you realize you weren't alone? But then this question is almost like a prequel to that question. When did you first realize you didn't fit into society?
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is very intense.
It's an intense question.
I didn't think we would get more intense than public justice.
You bring public justice, and then I'm going to make it personal.
Oh my God. When did
Have you ever had such a feeling?
I didn't fit in?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has at some point felt like I would think so. Yeah.
I think that everybody does too, but I feel like sometimes you look at people and you think that person has never felt that way.
Yeah.
There's people in your life where you think this person has it all together.
Oh yeah.
They know the right things to do.
Yeah, yeah.
Were there people like that you grew up with that you felt like, how does that person always seem to just be?
Yeah, I had a cousin who was and he was a great guy on top of everything. He was he was nice. He was great at sports. He had good grades. He had a Super Nintendo. Everybody liked him. He was, and I was always like, how does he do? The cool kids liked him, and he get great grades. I was like, I thought you had to choose. I chose the grades. And then I just went further and further into the grades because the other felt so unattainable.
So you were a really good student.
Yeah.
Would you make attempts at trying to balance this out and be like a cool guy?
Yeah. I was thwarted.
Looking back now, what were some of the methods you used that were ill-advised?
I decided, I was like, I was like, cool people walk very slowly. Because I had watched, I think it was from a movie called Get Shorty. Sure. Where I think John Travolta says, if you're important, they'll wait for you. So I was like, okay, I'll walk slow. And then I'll be cool. Like, people will be like, look at his lackadaisical gait. I want to be friends with him.
I feel like I understand it though.
Yeah.
Because it seems like you are relaxed and calm and you have no anxieties. Like if you're walking slowly, clearly you are in no rush to go anywhere.
Yeah.
Like everything's fine where you are.
But I am a scurrier. Like I don't.
A scurrier.
I'm always like trying to. If I decide I gotta go somewhere, I gotta get there in the minimum amount of time possible. It sucks. Like I'll be at an airport. I'll be so early. Mm-hmm. I'll be an hour and a half early, and I'll be like, I gotta get through security right now. And I'll be like, oh God, why is this person taking so long? Put your thing through the thing. Have you not been in an airport since 9/11? We were just talking about this. We weren't just talking about 9/11.
But it's never far from our thoughts.
I also, if I'm going to say the first time I didn't feel like I belonged, this is going to be sort of an intense one. And I grew up, this is about religion. This is going to be intense. I don't think it's funny. It didn't feel funny. Emily, should I say this? Yeah. Okay.
Emily, of course, is another employee of Largo, is our question arbiter.
This is an intense one.
We check with her periodically throughout the show.
When I was a little kid, I grew up in a very religious Shiite Muslim family. And there was a big battle that had happened 1,400 years ago where, like, our people got slaughtered. Everybody got killed. 1,400 years ago. And so during the anniversary of that battle, which was a 10-day siege, and then it ended with murder. Murder. Why did I chuckle before I said murder? Why did I get such a kick out of it?
It was very Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah. Murder. So we would go, and the beginning, every day we would go at night, and there would be a religious figure. The imam would tell us, normal, religious speech, and then the last 10 minutes were about recounting the murder that had occurred that day. And it would be, really brutal. It would be, people being beheaded and, really, really intense stuff. And they would do this, and we would be in a room, everybody's sitting on the floor, and everybody's crying really, really hard. Really, making a show of it, making, ah! Really, beating their chest. They can't take how sad they are. Crying, and I could never cry. I would try and cry, and I would be in this room of hundreds of people, and I'd be like, what is wrong with me? Everybody else is so sad about this. I just can't. I would look around, and I would see people actually crying. They weren't just pretending. Tears were coming out of their eyes. And I just could never, ever, ever cry. So that was when I felt very disconnected.
Now, so did you feel disconnected from the story that was being told? Even though you'd heard this story probably many times at this point.
Yeah.
You knew, they obviously made you well aware of the enormity of this horror.
Yes.
But did you feel disconnected from that? Or you just felt so anxious about the fact that you could not put on the same display that everyone else was putting on?
It wasn't about putting on a display. I just didn't feel. I'm sure. I wasn't. I just felt disconnected from all the people around me.
Right.
I didn't feel there's something really powerful about being in a room and all of you believe the same thing.
Absolutely.
I mean, you think about people have different. However you feel about religion, there is a power and a beauty to that, being in a room where everybody we're all on board for this one thing. And I didn't feel I just felt disconnected from all my people. I felt disconnected from the people around me. So it wasn't that I was upset I couldn't get sad about it. It was that I was upset I couldn't get sad, and hence I couldn't be part of this group that I was meant to be a part of.
Right. And so that's when you realized you didn't fit into that society.
Yeah, and I was like, I'll just walk really slow.
Kumail Nanjiani, ladies and gentlemen. Folks, we are going to take a break. During that break, we will ask Kumail to provide us with a location for our improv, and when we come back, we're going to do that improv. All this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns.
Guys, do you remember me telling you a while ago about movement watches? They sent me a watch. Why? Because they like me and they want me to be seen wearing their watch because other people like me. I'm well liked. I like me. My wife likes me. Planes, trains, and automobiles. Listen, they sent me this watch. I got to pick it out. It's a brown leather strap, blue face. It's beautiful. I get compliments on it all the time. And here's the thing. This company Movement, what they wanted to do was make watches like this that would be these nice showpieces on your wrist. You want to know what time it is? You also want it to look good. You don't want to hate looking at it like some ugly thing in your bathroom. Movement was started by two broke college kids. They wanted to wear stylish watches, but they couldn't afford them. Watches are expensive, guys. So they started their own watch company. That also seems like an expensive proposition, but now they have watches anytime they want. That's got to be a good feeling where you're getting ready to go out like, oh, very quickly, you better make a watch. What they did was they made their own company. They built a following, much like I did. Right? I built my following. I went into podcasts. Now I'm here. Started at the bottom. Hello. Movement watches start at just $95 at a department store. For a similar watch, a nice looking watch like this, it would cost you $400 to $500. Oh, guys, what are they doing? These watch people. Movement figured out that by selling online, they're able to cut out the middleman. This middleman. I hate him. I'd tell him to his face too. I'd say, I hate you, sir. My mother raised me to always speak kindly to people, but you, sir, are a middleman I despise. Movement cut out that despicable middleman and the retail markup that accompanies him, providing the best possible price for you. Pour vous, en français. Movement offers classic design, quality construction, and styled minimalism. These are just tasteful, classic watches that look nice on everybody. And there are over 500,000 watches sold in over 160 countries. They're doing pretty good. I think they know the watch game. Listen, I'm calling you to action. Listeners, assemble. Get 15% off today with free shipping and free returns by going to movementwatches.com/PFT. That's MVMT. They spell it a fun way. MVMTwatches.com/PFT. They use initials like I do. This watch has a really clean design, and I am not kidding you that I've been getting compliments on it all over the place. Would you like to be like me in the watch department? Go to mvmtwatches.com/PFT and join the movement.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. Oh yeah. For real. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have procured our location from Mr. Kumail Nanjiani, and we are about to begin our improv. But first, just so's you know, in order to assist us in our storytelling, we use 3 sound effects that move us about in time. First, if we want to go somewhere at the same time, let's say we're in a scene, we want to find out what's happening somewhere else at the exact same time, a meanwhile, if you will, we press this meanwhile button that sounds like this. How did this not happen every single time we've done this before? That's the real miracle, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Get a few extras just for waiting so long. Let's. Let's say we need to travel into the past. We need to go into the past. Someone's having a memory. We're discovering how something came to be. We have this flashback button to send us into the past, and that sounds like this. I think you get it. Folks, we can't live in the past forever. In order to return us to the present day or to take us into the mysterious future, we use this future button, a flash forward, if you will, that sounds like this. Red, meanwhile, yellow, past, green, future. This is fun. All right. Now that you know all that, we're ready to begin our improv by revealing our location provided to us by Kumail Nanjiani, and that location is State Fair. We take you now to State Fair.
Oh, look at these tomatoes.
Yeah. They're all fried in chocolate and granola.
I'm so glad I waited for my cheat day to get here with you.
And I'm so glad I waited for love.
I'm sorry, my wife will be here in a second. I walk a little fast.
Oh, wow. You're pretty awesome.
Thanks. I walk slow.
What's your deal? I mean, come on.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, you walk so fast.
no,
Whatever.
I don't.
I'm not in a hurry.
Hey, you want one of these?
I am, though.
No,
You
I
want one
don't.
of these tomatoes? One of these tomatoes fried in chocolate and granola? Because that's the thing.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah, hold on.
What do you think, honey?
What's asking him for?
Hey,
What's up?
anyway, excuse me one second. Listen. I walk fast, so.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Here's the thing. I know my wife is very cool.
Oh my God, are you right?
Right? I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm married to her.
Right.
And obviously, I enjoy the fact that she's very cool.
Oh my God, she's so cool.
She's the slowest walker I've ever met.
Hey, since you know her so well, can you put in a word for me? Like, find out what her deal is.
Well, I can save you some time. Her deal is she's married to me.
Yeah, I mean, but her real deal, what's for real? What's her deal? Like, what's the, I get that, yeah. But like, what's she really got cooking?
Hey, dude, I don't think you're getting this, but
Are you okay?
yeah.
Okay.
I'm like scoff laughing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I so don't get scoffing. That's what everybody was like. They're like, Pete, you never get it when I'm scoffing. I'm just like, I don't know. It's
How
like,
long have you had this condition?
hey, Mom, Dad, get in here. Hey, Mom.
Hi.
Hey, Dad.
Whenever you say come, I run in here.
Anyway, I was thinking someday, maybe when I grow up, maybe I'll get married too and fall in love and all that stuff. Yeah, what are you guys doing? I don't get what you guys are doing. I don't follow.
Ho ho! Crew, crew, crew!
I don't get it. Yep. So,
Well, just so we're clear now,
yeah.
I was scoffing at you because my wife is devoted to me.
All right.
And, you know, that's...
But I mean, if I make a move and she's cool with it, you're cool with it, right? I mean, let's just play. Let's see how it plays. Let's just see. Let's go with it. You know. All right, anyway, I'm gonna hook you up with one of these tomatoes because I like the cut of your jib.
Dad, I'm leaving you, so I'm not take the same one.
Oh my God.
And,
you know, I had a feeling you
yeah.
were this kind of girl,
Yeah.
all like, hey, only date me.
Yeah, I'm like that. I'm like that kind of girl with her feelings and thoughts and vulnerabilities. And okay, you are so slow. You walk like a cool, smooth horse.
I've always said she's like a smooth horse.
You're like a purebred whatever. I mean that in a good way, of course.
Of course. Everybody loves being called a horse.
I
Of
mean
course,
that you're
of
a
course.
sleek stallion of a human being.
Hey,
So, yeah, these are the stables, and
my
here's the
God.
thing. Trust me, you'll get obsessed with horses. It's all you're gonna be able to
Oh
talk
no,
about.
I like all dogs and stuff too.
Yeah, I bet. But once you get a gander at these, you're gonna be horse this, horse that, horse this, horse that. It happens. Everyone thinks it won't happen, but it happens. People will think you're nuts.
Oh, I'm sure I will never say the word again as long as I live.
Well,
so.
why would you promise that we're at a stable? You can say horse. I'm just
I
saying.
make promises when I start jobs. That's how I am.
All right, well, I appreciate that. It's refreshing actually to someone make a promise.
Let me get to mucking this stuff and look into my future.
What do you see in your? Yeah, I'm pointing at your fanny pack. I'm pointing at it
Yes.
because it's filled
That's all my stuff.
with oats
Yeah, it's all my old
that
stuff.
you must have stolen from here. It's your first day and you're already stealing oats.
Well, what I do when I start jobs is I steal some stuff and then show up on time so you wouldn't think I got there.
Cyrus, we found another one of those oat thieves. Strung them right up in the town square.
Did you get 100 witnesses first?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then it's
we
fine.
got
It's
all the
allowed.
witnesses we needed.
It's-
Oh, and guess what, Cyrus? I held the rope.
I love that guy.
So it's actually a great respect thing. A horse is a beautiful animal. I would steal for you, or food is what I'm saying. It's a compliment if I call any person a...
Why are you so nervous?
I have low self-esteem. My boyfriends all leave me at fairs and stuff like that.
Babe.
I thought I would try walking slow to see what it felt like,
Didn't
but I
work.
couldn't do it.
No.
I couldn't do it.
Didn't look good.
What's up, babe?
You guys have nicknames.
Well, we have one. It
We
goes
have the
both
one.
ways.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
pretty
we
good.
Have more than one.
Yeah.
Oh. Listen,
Yes.
this poor girl. She's really cool.
She is kind of cool.
She's got potential. No, well. We need to help her.
Hey, honey, you remember our first date at the state fair? That really hot chick and her stupid boyfriend who
Yeah.
just wouldn't let me get in there. Remember that?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
was a really rough day for us. I really can't
I know.
believe we got through all of it.
I know, because then finally I was just like, hey, love the one you're with, buddy. You know?
I know, and I was like, why do I have to think about things, respect myself? That low self-esteem thing, like, I'm dwelling on that, so no self-esteem.
Yeah, don't do it. Why do you need it?
I'm not sad now.
Self-esteem is a myth.
Hey, it's me again.
Oh my God. You want to hear something crazy?
My wife's almost here.
We were just talking about you guys.
Oh, we know.
Oh.
What's
We've
up?
kind of-
I love her horse stuff. She's obsessed.
We've kind of been keeping track of you guys in the last 5 years since we met at that state fair.
Are you
Yeah.
serious?
I don't know why. I'm a useless human being, but
What are you talking about?
Oh.
We thought you were so cool, and then you guys ran away once we told you.
Well,
That very second you ran
we were so
away.
scared.
Very second.
We were so scared when you said we were cool. We thought,
Whoa, hold on a second.
Well,
We didn't say you were cool.
oh, her.
We said that she was cool.
Oh, not that. Oh, I shouldn't have run then.
No, you should have stuck around.
Yeah, I should have.
You should have. We were absolutely about to take you up on your offer, and we were going to have a wild three-way.
wait, your offer, who'd offered to three-way?
Well, he
Which
kind of
three out
offered
the
to two-way
four?
with my wife, and then I invited myself.
You were
making
gonna
it a
jump
three-way.
Oh,
in there.
yeah.
but
Okay.
then I had this idea about doing a whole swap and a crossover,
Yeah.
and then you and me and me and him, and
Four
him and her
ways.
and him and him.
Yeah.
Okay, honey. Now, they're here now. So
We just
let's
walked out of the room.
Let's just go for it. Yeah, we just,
Okay.
They know. I mean, I figure they probably know what we're in here talking about.
That was rude.
Okay.
I have weird underwear. I have my bad underwear on.
We're in this room too long. It's gonna feel weird to them. We gotta go back at some point. It's time to go back, otherwise it's weird.
And we're all gonna just keep having
Yeah.
sex.
Honey, don't run. Slow down.
Guys.
We were
please.
just about to leave.
So sorry about
I
that.
was
No, we just
right.
had to. We had a plug that came unloose, and we had to plug it back. You know how
Our
it is.
Commodore
Plugs come
64.
unloose. I know. Lamps.
Computers.
So
Technology, cool stuff.
we figure we're cool with the whole the forple.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
listen, guys. The rules have changed.
Okay.
There's another state fair coming up in this very state.
I thought that was the last state fair ever 5 years ago.
He doesn't get it. He won't
What are
get
they
it.
doing?
He won't get it.
I don't
Oh,
get that.
it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was supposed to be. It was supposed to be.
I don't know why I thought that. I just assumed, oh, this is cool. They have a state fair. I thought it was a once-in-a-lifetime thing.
No.
It kind of happens every year.
Okay. I didn't know. You have to judge me. I didn't know.
No, I'm not judging.
You
I'm
can't
just-
know everything.
No,
I guess I'm surprised
He
you
knows
didn't know
a
this
lot.
state fair happens.
By the way,
every
my name's Petey.
Oh, Petey, how are you doing?
Good.
My name's Pete.
Oh, awesome. And
Yeah.
you are?
Patricia.
I should have known.
And you?
Yeah, your name again, real quick.
I
Just
fit
so I
in
don't-
here. I fit in here. I fit in here too. Mine's
Right. Papa? Papa.
Hi, Papa. That's even cooler.
Actually, a beautiful name for a woman.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So the state fair is coming up again in
2 hours.
Oh, wow.
That's right.
Step right up. Step right up. I'll guess your weight. Step right up on the scale, and I'm gonna read it.
Oh, do I go on the scale
You
first?
just give me $5.
Oh, and then you guess it, and
Yeah,
then
I'm
I get
gonna
on
guess that if it,
Oh, get on the scale, but then it'll just show
Yeah,
my
you
weight.
I'm gonna be guessing it.
Oh, okay.
There we go. 152.
All right, that's great. I mean, you nailed it.
Guess your height. Just stand against this numbered
Oh.
background.
Okay.
Guess your weight.
Is it how
All
much?
right. Oh, it's $10.
So you
there we
guess
go.
my height now
I guess
and-
your height. Just stand right there
Wait,
against this number
well, it
background.
seems like you're gonna know.
And 5'10". Am I right?
Yeah, ish.
All right.
Excuse me, are you the guess your height guy?
Oh, yes, I am, but you can call me Mommy.
Mr. Mommy. Oh, that has a nice ring to it.
Please, Mr. Mommy was my father's name.
I'm doing my summer school report, and since you're
failed. You failed in regular school.
I had setbacks, and since you're the
Just tell me about one setback.
I want to live in the floor.
I'm the janitor.
That was another one in algebra class, but you just said that one.
That's all I asked for. That's all I asked for, and that's all you gave me.
Well, since you're the oldest, most interesting person at this fair, I'd just like to get some of your stories.
Oh.
You must have some cool fair stories.
Well, let's see.
Oh, fast stories. Everyone,
Come on, everybody,
fast stories,
let's
fast stories.
Well, this is exciting. No one ever asked me to tell my fair stories. Well, now, I was born in 1912. I've been working this fair since I was a little boy. Well, let's see. I remember when I was just but 10 years old.
Hey, little boy, you looking for work? It's 1922. So there's nothing illegal about you having a full-time job.
That's right. I'm real good at guessing people's heights as long as they're standing in front of a numbered background.
Well, I have just the job for you. The first job is build a numbered background, and then stand there and ask people to let you guess their height.
Will do, can do, and must do, sir.
I believe in you, kid.
I believe in you, too.
Hey! What am I gonna do with all this milk? There's no such thing as refrigeration.
Of course, everyone knows there's no refrigeration. Can't you see people working the land?
And then what happened?
Well, eventually, they created refrigeration. So you didn't have to drink the milk all in one go anymore.
Wow.
The cows were happy.
That's the cool.
But were there any murders or fires?
Murders of fires.
Well, there was the Great State Fair Murder Fire of 1937.
Oh, we don't talk about the Great Murder Fire, State Murder Fire murder.
He's right. We never talk about it. I guess you had to be there.
Oh, say, this is bad news.
Yeah, everything's on fire.
She murdered you! But don't murder me, I'm just a kid!
You better not tell anyone about this!
I won't, I promise I won't!
Don't kill him. He makes 100.
He makes 100 what?
100 witnesses. They can't put us in jail for killing, murder, firing.
That's right! There's 99 of my little pals out there. We'll never tell anyone.
All right.
It's legal.
We'll never speak of this again. We've got to kill each other at the count of 3. Okay? 1, 2. Oh, you go first.
You go first with the mallet, that's fair. Yeah. It worked.
Oh no. Which one?
See, the story made her pass out. She's very emotional.
People had shorter memories back then.
That's true.
They couldn't remember things they just heard not 10 minutes before.
Ma'am, you look just like my janitor.
What, little Susie?
You look just like my janitor.
Oh, it's Papa.
I know you feel really bad about that girl saying you look like her janitor. Some people think all janitors look alike. But it's only because they haven't had access to janitors of the world. Their background is very limited, okay? But you be proud of your janitor background.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a dream. Can I tell you?
I'm busy. I usually don't even talk to janitors.
No.
And if my friends see me talking to you, it's a lights out for me.
I
Trust.
gotta tell somebody. I really.
Okay, go for it.
I really want to
okay.
be a janitor at a state fair.
Seems like the easiest job on earth to get.
I'm from the government. And we saw you fall on one of our cameras.
Oh, gosh.
You're a janitor who fell?
I'm janitor. Fell.
Yes, we want to put you in a state fair, but we want to put a very special smelling device in your nose.
Really?
You're going to be a bionic janitor.
You have the technology?
The surgery really hurts.
Will it hurt after the surgery whenever I sniff?
No, but it will make a sound.
Oh.
You can pick the sound.
Oh!
All right.
Let's do it.
All right. We'll also give you 1 arm. 2 is just asking too much.
Of course.
All right, look. Here's where we're gonna rob these people. Here's the thing. I can't help it. I have a very bad odor. So I'm gonna need you to help me. So, what are the odds that they smell me so what? What are they gonna do about it?
Yeah,
You know?
exactly.
Right? They smell me, I stink, I kick their asses, I take their stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so just
You want me to guess your weight, you smelly man?
Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, I want you to guess my
$5
weight.
and I guess you
Oh,
stick
yeah.
my weight.
Can you break a 20?
Let me check
give me your money.
I can't remember myself.
See? It
Oh.
doesn't matter that I stink.
It really
Nobody
didn't
knew
matter.
I was coming.
Where is he?
So stupid.
It's like your odor actually
Yeah.
is an aid because her sense of smell must be so poor
Right.
that she lost you
Thank
in a
goodness
cloud
no
of
one
fun.
has bionic smell.
Well, there's not even such a thing.
Yeah, but the technology doesn't
Can you,
exist.
if the technology doesn't even exist, and even if it did, it would hurt so much nobody would go through with it.
Oh no, I spilled all this lemonade at the fair again. Oh,
I'll take care of it. With my
wow.
arm.
It's moving so fast. You've absorbed all the lemonade and you barely moved.
That's what I do. I'm a state fair janitor.
Pete, do you see what I see?
Yeah.
Her arm is moving so quickly, it looks like it's moving in slow motion.
Yeah, that's what happens. The faster you move, the slower it looks to other people.
Yeah. Hey, it's a real shame our girlfriends bailed out on her and forced them
You know, Pete, when I think about you and our girlfriends, I just think to myself, who needs it?
Hey, you're right.
This is the state fair.
That's right. There's so
This is a
much
place-
to do.
You can kill a man if you have 100 people watching, and the law can't touch you.
Yeah.
Chocolate covered, granola covered tomatoes. Anyone want some chocolate covered, granola covered tomatoes?
Is
Hey,
the
babe.
granola always a part of it? Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
hi, Patricia.
Hi, Papa.
it's Papa.
Hello,
Papa. Is that
Papa.
so hard?
It's very hard. That's a weird name. So,
You guys
are you an item now?
Maybe.
When did this happen? When?
Wow, October 21st. What's gonna happen today? Hey, Patricia, how are you?
I'm good, Papa. How you?
I'm fine. I was just running to the store. But if
Did you feel that?
was there an earthquake?
And just give you a kiss on the cheek. I know I move really slow, but it's actually me moving incredibly fast.
You are moving incredibly fast. I don't usually kiss on the cheek until December. But I feel like I'm breaking some rules today of my own. Yeah.
Wow, that sounds hot.
October 21st.
Yes, you guys really got in there.
We had a couple's costume for Halloween and everything.
Patricia, this whole time that I thought you were a super cool, slow-walking horse lady, you were actually bionic?
Yes.
How did he know that? Is your nose making the smell?
You just told us your story.
That's just how we...
Yeah, it was in your story.
It was?
Yeah.
She kissed you super fast. You didn't realize it because she moves super
So
slow.
slow.
Oh my God, you were bionic then too?
I've been bionic forever.
You were a janitor then too?
Yes.
I think I love you.
And I love you. And you.
What?
And you.
Everyone at the state fair except for me. I had it coming.
Oh, Petey.
Will you even love me?
What?
Do you even love me? I'll get your weight for free.
What about me? Am I worthy of love?
Well,
Hey, I just got a job here. You love me too?
Patricia, the government is very concerned. There were several robberies at the state fair, and apparently you just pledged your love to all of Ohio.
is that not allowed?
It's loud, but it's not helping our cause. We're gonna have to
Oh.
take one of your legs back.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry.
But I like my legs.
You can still mop with one arm and one leg, but you gotta sniff this burglar out.
All right, all right.
All right, this is
When's
your
the
last
next
chance.
state fair?
Tomorrow.
Of course. Let's go.
All right. This is going to be our biggest heist yet.
Oh, yeah.
Stealing the entire takings of the state fair.
Yes.
Now, there's so many smells here. There's no
No
way
way.
anyone
Everyone's gonna smell me.
there's livestock, there's seed art.
They're never gonna notice one
Exactly.
bad-smelling guy.
Yes.
Cheeses, warm room temperature cheeses.
She's got warm room temperature cheeses. This is a home run.
You know that she's loaded because if one thing people gotta spend a lot of money on is warm room temperature cheese.
That's right. It's a state fair. All right.
Pardon me, person.
Would you like a sample of a warm room temperature?
Yeah, why don't you give me
Wisconsin cheese?
that one and give me all your money?
Wait a minute.
How? What? How? Who? How?
I've got bionic sniffing powers.
Oh, and everybody knows that I'm the stinky bandit.
Do you know
What? What were you going to say, cheesemonger?
nothing about HMOs? That's for sure.
Who's this one-legged cop?
She's the one I hear tell of who she moves so fast that she looks like she's moving slow.
And now you're in handcuffs.
Whoa!
Wow.
Holy moly.
She said it, and then it happened. I didn't even see her do it.
Hey, sorry, man. I'm out of here. I'm not going to be...
I don't think so.
Oh, handcuffs. But how?
You're crazy fast.
Wow.
And crazy slow. I mean,
still
she
here?
should just go to jail just because.
No, my cheeses, my cheeses.
Well, could you call the cops or something?
Yes.
That's the one thing I can't do bionically. There she goes. Okay. Yeah, you guys are gonna pay for your crimes. I'm not just a janitor, I'm a goddamn hero.
Yes.
This is Patty David, cheeseburger at the fair. Yeah. Oh, yes, I can hold.
Oh.
How did you?
You're on hold?
Yeah.
He's apparently busy.
So, do you guys get good benefits?
It's a government job.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, so I mean, you'd think that there'd be good benefits, but they took away a leg and an arm. and-
Well, they just took them, or you had an accident. Usually, you have an accident, then they replace them.
You'd think. I just said it to somebody at some point.
Well, how did you lose your nose?
To get the bionic nose.
Well, that's a story.
Step right up against your height. Oh, hi there. Got your nose. And it all happened at a place called State Fair. Ladies and gentlemen, Jordan Black, Andy Savage, Gene Villepique, one more hand for Kumail Nanjiani, Eban Schletter, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much to Earwolf for hosting the podcast. Thank you to Largo for hosting the live show. Thank you to engineer Chris in the booth and the engineers back in the studio. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Presenti!
There is a creature that stalks your inbox while you sleep. The earwolf. Once every fortnight, this lupine beast sneaks across the internet, carrying only a newsletter featuring exciting podcast highlights, fan art, live tour dates, in-studio photos of stars like Mel Brooks and Susan Sarandon, and sneak peeks of podcasts yet to come. If you want these valuable treasures, all you have to do is invite it in by going to earwolf.com and subscribing to its email newsletter, and then wait for the earwolf to visit.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.